and sought out the unknown, while always looking to the stars. We're curious, and now we're at a place where we can pioneer new horizons. Now is the time.
You, Shepard, have cleared the tower?
To open the promise of space to all.
Yes, guys, we're doing it!
And lay the way for generations to come. When our descendants look to the stars, they'll remember this time. When they reflect on where it started, they'll remember this place. And when they honor those first explorers who said, "Let's go," they'll remember these bold steps. We are of blue origin. And this,
that's right there, is go for death.
Is just the beginning.
Welcome back, everyone. It's another great night for a launch attempt for our new rocket, New Glenn. Denise, thank you once again for joining me.
Thank you. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Here for it no matter what.
I hear you on that. Glad you're here for it. We introduced you the other night. You're a principal engineer on the New Glenn program. It's always good to have someone with a deep technical background here for the webcast. Now, picking up from where we left off a few nights ago, we had our first attempt at this NG-1 launch, and the team had to troubleshoot a couple technical issues along the way, which exceeded our available launch window, and we had to call a scrub.
Yeah, the team realized that the scrub was due to ice forming in a purge line on the auxiliary power unit that powers some of our hydraulic systems. Now, of course, auxiliary power units, or APUs, these will provide power to a variety of systems. It includes some of our hydraulics and other actuating surfaces.
Now, I'll say again, we've prepared rigorously for this first flight. Anything beyond our first objective, which is reaching orbit safely, is going to be a bonus. We know landing the booster on the first time is ambitious, but you know what? We are going for it.
And no matter what happens, we're going to learn so much. We'll refine, and we're going to apply that knowledge to our next launch.
And yes, that booster landing, we are really going to go for it. It's a key part of our first flight, and we really can't wait to see what happens with the booster. And yes, we recognize here at Blue Origin, it is incredibly hard to pull off, especially for the first time you try it, but you might even say we're just a little crazy to try it on the first flight, but the data we get for flying the complete mission profile is incredibly valuable.
You know, in fact, the attempt that we went through just the other night really netted us data about our vehicle, about our operations. So even though we didn't lift off, just going through the countdown in launch control was so valuable for our team. It is our goal to net immense amounts of collective knowledge about our vehicle as we build up our program, and that knowledge base is already growing.
I want to remind you that we have an early technology demonstration for Blue Ring on this flight. Now, this isn't the full Blue Ring vehicle. It is a Pathfinder featuring core subsystems that we want to validate. It's a non-separating payload that is going to stay attached to the second stage through its entire 6-hour mission duration. So it is another exciting day, and we're just so glad that you are back here joining us for this launch attempt. Once again, it's not just Denise and me. We got a couple other faces helping us bring you all of the action today. Why don't we check in with Maggie McNeese from our government team in our DC office. She's reporting from upstairs in Mission Control. Maggie, you there?
I am here so long as you're here and my friends here in Mission Control are here. I'm going to stay.
Okay, good. All right, welcome back to our next launch attempt. Maggie, do you want to remind our viewers where you're standing up there?
What's up, brother?
You're just one floor above us. What's around?
How's it going, brother?
I've got mission control
It's going,
right here
man.
on my right. Just down the hallway a little bit is our launch control
Let me
center.
turn these gals down just a little bit. Well, here we are, second attempt. Hopefully, New Glenn launches tonight.
Yeah, I was about to go to bed.
I know. I was texting you and Ryan and saying I was just about to go live. But so far, we're T-minus 14 minutes, 50 seconds.
You know, those kids, they're super excited because they get to miss school again tomorrow.
Exactly.
They're hoping it gets postponed again, I'm sure.
Happy to be here. We're so proud.
I'll turn them up just a little bit
Part
again.
of the community. We're, hanging with each other and sharing hot dogs and huddling together for warmth. But we're most looking forward to the rumble of the BE4s, looking at that blue streak across the sky. And now this crew behind me, they've committed to cheer more loudly than the BE4s. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Y'all stay warm out there. We're going to keep you on speed dial, Eddie, as we continue with this show. Additionally, we also have employees at our other sites across the nation checking in and rooting for New Glenn. Let's see how they're doing. We have sites across the country.
Cool. So, brother, what are your predictions tonight? Do we launch at in about 13 minutes, or are we going to be delayed a little bit?
We'll see. We'll see if they delay that countdown again.
Okay. So what do you think the odds of them sticking a landing tonight, if they launch?
I think if they launch, they've probably got a pretty good chance of sticking the landing, I would think. But
I mean, they do have a lot of data from New Shepard, and they've been launching that rocket for a while now.
Right. So
And,
I
you know,
think
if you could,
got a pretty good chance. If not, we're going to get a hell of a fireworks show.
it's going to be a hell of a show either way.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
if they don't stop the countdown, I don't
Listen
know.
to some of the ambiance on the launch pad. It's
He's
a cool
breathing.
looking. It's a cool looking rocket.
Mhm.
Love the New Glenn rocket.
I do too, and that's a cool thing because you look at the designs, obviously from Apollo and from the Space Shuttle program, and those were unique as well. Holy, that's my bedtime, dude.
You're tired,
Anyway,
brother.
I am. I'm really tired. But just seeing these new innovative designs, I mean, Starship looks like something out of Flash Gordon.
I know, dude.
Was on TV in black and white in years and years, decades and decades ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet, that's one of the most radical looking rockets I've ever seen. But it works.
Yeah.
And this is a little more basic looking, but I do like kind of the goldish trim with the fins that we're seeing right there about halfway down the rocket.
Yeah, it's a really clean, streamlined rocket. It almost looks like a simple
Welcome back,
model.
everybody. We're at T-minus 11 minutes and
Model
12
rocket design.
seconds to go until New Glenn's first launch ever, NG-1. So many of the people behind this mission are not only critical parts of the New Glenn operation, they're also super passionate people who are dedicated to the larger mission at Blue Origin. And you can tell because so many of them, including you and I, Denise, are ambassadors on behalf of Blue Origin's Club for the Future.
Yeah, you're an ambassador, I'm an ambassador. There's actually thousands of us here at Team Blue. Club for the Future is Blue Origin's nonprofit to inspire and mobilize future generations to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. These kids.
So we have a hold at 11 minutes, 3 seconds. Hopefully that doesn't continue.
Blue Origin can do something about inspiring the next generation.
I mean, I have every
kids,
confidence
parents,
they'll
anyone
get
can
this
draw
thing
on
off
a
the
digital
ground,
postcard.
and they're going to do it
send
safely. I
space,
get
and
it.
they'll receive it
Yeah.
back as space-flown piece of art. And today we have digital postcards that are actually going up to space on New Glenn.
That's just so fun. That's the kind of thing I would
It's
love as a kid, and I know
it's a new rocket system. Never before has 7 BE4s flown together.
Let's stand by.
So let's see where we're at. Turn the audio back up.
Just got a fresh update. Let's see if I can pull it up here.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my God.
Sorry. All right, you can put it back up there. Sorry, brother.
Okay.
Want me to do it?
I'll do it. I got it.
Okay.
Oops.
Uh-oh. It's gone. Oh, there it is.
Here we go. All right, there's those awesome V4 engines, rocket motors, whatever you want to call them. Hopefully we'll get an update here shortly on what the hold is. I'm guessing it's...
Hey, got a message from T. Campbell from
nice.
Watching us on X. Haven't seen you guys since the final KC-10 flight. Again. Well, what's kept you away?
Yeah, I know. We had our regular live stream earlier tonight.
Yep.
You can always go back and watch those, but thanks for watching, man.
Absolutely. Good to have you back. Good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So this is, of course, live coverage of the hopefully first launch of the New Glenn rocket. Second attempt. I'm really tired, so if this thing's not off the ground, and I don't know.
Oh, Tony's the oldest of us brothers, and
yes,
younger brother has too much family in his house right now, visiting, and so he didn't have anywhere to come jump on with us. Yeah. But
I'm old and grumpy.
He's old and grumpy and goes to bed early with his warm milk.
Not warm milk. I have my creamy, my nightly creamy ice cream. Tradition.
Anyway, yeah, we're av geeks. We love the space programs that are currently a lot of new rockets. It's like a new space race, man. It's kind of fun to be a part of it and witness it. But
and then hopefully we'll get to see Starship Flight 7 tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time.
For joining us for NG-1. We were very close to getting into that go, no go poll. Unfortunately, we have had to go into a hold, and as you've seen there, we are now at T-minus
another
34
minutes.
Unfortunately, there is a boat that has errantly come into the cleared range.
Boat?
And we're going to have to clear that boat out. So
right.
That is going to take us some time here.
Send in the A-10s.
Before, our number one objective this evening
oh my gosh,
is to get to orbit safely.
I got a way to clear that thing out right away.
Everybody in the area,
exactly, dude.
People on boats. So with that, we're going to continue to watch New Glenn here for a moment as we get ready for New Glenn 1.
Send in the hogs, man.
Oh,
damn.
Okay, the boat should know not to be there.
Yeah, well. So, they should, but a lot of people don't. Just like TFRs, in areas. I mean, there's aircraft flying where they shouldn't be. They should have looked up all the current TFRs before they departed, and they'll, that'll happen too.
They didn't. So if a booster accidentally lands on top of you or explodes above you, your own damn fault.
Yeah. Seriously. All these companies, though, want to, they don't want to get sued.
They don't want a PR nightmare.
Exactly.
Right, I get it.
That would not be a good way to go out.
But I'm pretty sure it doesn't take 30 minutes for a boat to turn around and drive out.
Well, here's the thing. If this countdown isn't it, then maybe we know it's not a boat.
That's no moon.
That's
a space station.
Exactly. Either that or maybe it's maybe Musk sent in a speedboat just to mess with them.
Yeah, or it could be like a a weather balloon or a drone.
Chinese asshole.
Anyway, so
could be
always that possibility.
Yeah, that's funny.
I do want them to launch. I want them to get it going, but if this isn't the countdown, then I'm going to be really skeptical for tonight. Not that they can't do it.
Yeah.
My frustration is that I'm tired. And that we sat here for what, almost 2 hours a couple nights ago. See,
yeah, it was almost, dude. It was almost 3 hours. It was like 2 hours 45 minutes.
Wow.
46 minutes, I think.
That's crazy.
But it was fun. I mean, we were chatting with people, and if whoever's watching, hey.
Oh, look, here's a view from the boat.
Yeah, right. But yeah, whoever's watching on X or YouTube, let us know where you're watching from. If this is the first time you've ever seen a live stream from us, yeah, let us know what's going on and where you're watching from.
Yeah, a lot of people watching on X tonight. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And if you're on the East Coast, supposedly, did I bring that graphic up? No, I better grab that graphic real quick.
Oh, the one where the launch.
Yeah, where you can see it from.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have that graphic. Stand by. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna load it, but yeah, if anybody is in any of these areas, you should be able to see the launch tonight. All right, let's see. Stand by. Okay, here we go. So Blue Origin put this out. Let me remove a little QR code on here. Anyway, the New Glenn Def 1 launch visibility. So if you're anywhere along that East Coast, there's a really good chance. Well, you could be on the east side of Florida, you could be on the Atlantic side or the Gulf side, and probably have a good view of it. You can see they've adjusted the circles based on where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Less of a chance if you're a little bit further west. But yeah, I mean, anywhere along that eastern coast of Florida, up into Georgia, South Carolina, and even some North Carolina, it looks like. But yeah, let us know if you're in any of those states where you might be able to see tonight.
Really cool. I would imagine. Oh, go ahead.
No, no. Go ahead and finish your thought, and then I'll.
I was just going to say, I would imagine last night, people would have seen the Falcon 9 launch for the.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
What was the name of that
for sure.
Like Blue Kitty Cat Snoopy or something. It was just such a weird name.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't even remember what it was.
But anyway.
But maybe I'll look it up. Firefly Aerospace Blue Ghost Mission 1. And then they have like a lander.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us for New Glenn's first launch to space. We are T-minus 28 minutes and 10 seconds to go until launch. You've been joining along. We got very close to a go, no go poll there, but we understand that there is a boat that is downrange where we don't want it to be. So we are waiting to clear that vessel from out of the way. Otherwise speaking, I'm hearing from Mission Control, the weather is looking good, the vehicle is looking good. We are just waiting for that vessel to clear the area, and then you know what? It's go time. So stick with us, everybody, as we get ready for New Glen's first launch to space.
Nice.
Everything's looking good. That's a good positive sign. Away we're about to clear the range. Huh, that's funny.
Oh.
Anyway, I was just gonna. Yeah, I know. I was just gonna talk about seeing a rocket launch because we've never been to Kennedy Space Center. We've never been down to Texas. We've never been to Vandenberg, but we've seen rocket launches.
Yeah.
Actually, gosh, how many? So I remember one time. I was actually driving down. So I live in northern Utah. Tony lives in southern Utah. I was about halfway through the state of Utah, and I could see this bright light in the sky, and it looked really weird. And I kept looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's got to be some kind of rocket launch or rocket test." And turned out it was actually, what do they call them? The the Navy actually launched a missile out over the Pacific in Southern California, and you could see it. It was kind of low on the horizon, but you could still see it. It was super impressive. And then I saw a Centaur rocket launch from Vandenberg when I lived in Phoenix years ago. That one was the very first rocket I've ever seen up in the atmosphere. And I tell you what, for a minute there, it scared the shit out of me. I really,
you have no idea what it is.
Yeah, totally caught me off guard. It wasn't even dark. It was kind of like, it was late in the evening, but it literally looked like, I don't know, like the atmosphere was opening up, like some kind of portal. Because it's crazy when the rocket engines are up at those altitudes. There's not the atmosphere kind of keeping it straight down under the rocket. It disperses. And I mean, we're not rocket scientists, and we don't follow the space industry as much as other streamers do. But I tell you what, it's pretty damn impressive. And then once you realize what's going on, you're just in awe. Just the beauty of it, and it just looks amazing.
Oh, it really does. It's incredible looking, and like I said, a little scary at the same time. Here, I'm going to put this up on the screen really quick. See if this is the one. Yeah. So something similar like this.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I remember I told you, I think I was driving too. In fact, I was driving between St. George. Sorry, I turned off the feed. I was driving between St. George and Las Vegas. And if you've ever driven that stretch of I-15, it goes through what's called the Virgin River Gorge. And, it's just like driving through any canyon, basically.
Yeah.
But I just remember seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and it freaked the shit out of me.
It really does.
What it was. And I remember I called you, and you're like, oh, yeah. So this is when you lived in Arizona, and you actually saw it as well. Which was pretty cool. So
yeah, and it's like, and we've been around aviation and military and and this, so it like caught us off guard seeing it for the first time when you're not expecting it. It really is quite impressive.
For sure. So
but
you're on the East Coast. In the central to southern East Coast, I should say.
Exactly.
So really cool.
Blue Origin put this out this past week. Flight path visibility. If you're in obviously the launch area, you can see it, within a minute. And then a little bit outside in area 2, plus 60 seconds, 3 plus 90, 4 plus 120. And then so on, up to 240 seconds, all the way up there. And what is that, North Carolina?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you got Florida. What's that? Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
And South Carolina.
South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah.
Yep.
He's a genius, eh? He knows the atlas.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right. That's right. And again, for those of you watching on X or YouTube, send a chat over where you're watching from tonight. And
yeah, let's kill some time.
Yeah, let's kill some time. Let's do a little Q&A or something. I don't know. You want to know something about us or what we do? Yeah, where are we? T-minus 21.
Yep.
21 minutes.
You could play that peak Hexeth confirmation clip again.
No. My God.
Man,
Wild,
I'll tell you what, AI is freaking scary.
It is. It is.
The shit that they can do, it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. And yeah, there was a funny one too that somebody made from the Pam Bondi hearings today, but it wasn't nearly as clean, and believable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. All right. Well, let's make sure that boat is out of the way. I wish there was a way you could track a boat, kind of like flight tracker on your phone.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to track. Okay, so one thing that was cool tonight is there's an Instagram account of a WB 57 pilot or crew member, and
the WB 57 is the
NASA. Yeah, the NASA WB 57. So they are flying to capture.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. We are at T-minus 20 minutes and 30 seconds to go until launch. As noted, we got down very close to our go-no-go pole, but then we noted an errant boat downrange, which we are still working to clear. So we've got a couple more minutes here. But while we've got a couple more minutes, Denise, I'd like to get a little deeper into New Glenn. We've got a lot of new viewers this evening. Do you want to give our audience a sense of what sets this vehicle apart from
on Flight Tracker, there's a NASA EC-135 helicopter out off the coast. I wonder if that's what they're using for that boat.
Almost 98 meters.
Right.
Just to think about that, that's like a 32-story building. It's really hard to describe what that means, but another way to think about it is, we all know and love New Shepards. You could stack 5 New Shepards end to end, and that's about the size of New Glenn.
So our viewers can see there on the screen there. That's we actually could stick one of those in the fairing of New Glenn, actually.
That's wild.
So, it's remarkable to see the jump from New Shepard to New Glenn. We talk about our motto, gradatum ferociter, step by step ferociously. That is a pretty ferocious step we've decided to take.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. So New Shepard could fit inside of our payload fairing with even room to spare on the sides. Our fairings are just that big.
And again, as fun as that would be, we don't really need to ship New Shepard off to another planet anytime soon. But that said, it does speak to future capabilities, such as, say, moon landers, right? We're working on our Blue Moon lunar lander that we are working with our friends at NASA on, or other large vehicles that are similar in size to New Shepard.
She kind of sounds like
that 7-meter
who's
fairing.
that conservative?
Not when you pair the 7-meter fairing and all the volume.
I'm
that's
trying to
there,
remember
plus the power of New Glenn. We can take
Oh,
a lot
shoot.
of things
Who
to
is
a
that?
lot
Hold
of
on.
different
It'll come to me.
destinations, orbits, planets, the moon with this rocket, and the versatility of this rocket.
Ann Coulter.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't she kind of sound like Ann Coulter a little bit?
She does.
Our other customers, right?
She does.
This vehicle is so large, and it's not often that.
By the way, if you're wondering what a WB-57 looks
We
like.
showed this the other night during the first broadcast, but you and I got a chance.
I'm trying to find it on Flight Tracker, but I haven't been able to find it
next
yet.
to this rocket, and man, oh man, there's some footage there. God, it's huge.
It's one of the things that I think I will remember the most from this whole experience. You know, we spent years just engineering the requirements and building it and testing it, and then the first time that you stand in front of this vehicle fully stacked is just breathtaking. It was just so cool to get to be so close to that rocket, and it's just so much bigger than words and figures can describe.
So you saw there a second ago we were just walking out of the flame trench. And I mean, of all the many things that I'm looking forward to this evening,
somewhere you don't
watching
be
the water deluge system, we talked about it during the last webcast. The water is going to come streaming out of the water tower, which is one of the tallest water towers, the largest water towers ever built. It's going to suppress the vibration and the acoustics, and it's going to come flying out of that flame trench, and you and I were standing in it. And so when you, just the scale of everything, the rocket and all the infrastructure
I can't find the WB-57.
When you get up close and personal, you realize
but they said they were
the
flying
scale of what
tonight.
we're dealing with.
You truly do feel like you're just an ant when you stand next to it, right? You know, but going back to it, one of the things that I think is a key difference between New Glenn and other rockets that might have lifted off this pad in the past is really that reusability. So while the scale of New Glenn is truly remarkable, I mean, this rocket is built for big things with an incredible lift capability. It does it in a way that's sustainable and reusable, and that's really innovative and really special.
Yes, reusability. Really glad you brought that up because it's such a critical component to reducing the cost of future access to space. And you can't say enough about how important it is. When we started this company a long time ago, it was all about reducing the cost of access to space. And you can really, at the end of the day, there's no other way to do it other than coming up with vehicles that are reusable. And that is why, you know, we started with New Shepard, which is a reusable vehicle. We took a lot of the same concepts and transferred that over into New Glenn. But go back to the size for a second.
Yeah, I mean, so we all know and love the Saturn V, and rocket fans know this. Just like rockets fly in stages, and the job of the first stage, or what we sometimes call the booster, is to lift the vehicle from Earth up into space. The stages will then separate, and it's the second stage that powers our payloads into orbit.
And, you know, you guys, for
Uh-oh, we lost it.
Stand by.
What are you doing over there?
Okay, so here's the WB-57 that I found. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So this is coming from flightaware.com. So it's out there in position.
Well, that's good. He hasn't RTP'd yet, so that's
yeah, that's a good sign. He's at 17,200 feet.
Cool.
Cool. All right, let me get the Blue Origin back up.
And who knows what that's going to open the doors to. So that's our baby.
Funny
that's
how when they're doing size comparisons, they don't even mention SpaceX.
Rocket, obviously we're
well,
super
that's
proud
a competitor,
of this
dude.
vehicle, and we cannot wait
Doesn't
to
matter.
send
We're all on the
it
same
up to
team.
space in just T-minus 15 minutes and 50 seconds to go until launch. Let's turn it back to the rocket and listen in as it gets ready to go to space.
All right, you guys out there watching or listening or, you know, viewing the live stream on X tonight, what's the probability she's going to go? What do you guys think? I think that since the WB-57 is still out there, and I think if the countdown makes it below 10 minutes, I think we got a 70-30 chance she's going to go tonight.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I'm watching the helos out there orbiting just off Cape Canaveral's coast.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like one of them is RTB. The other one is kind of just orbiting a little bit south of the launch area. So I'm guessing that one might stay up in the air, and the other one probably just headed back. But yeah, so
maybe they covered this the night, 2 nights ago when they were, trying to fill dead air. What does the feather stand for again in the Blue Origin logo? Didn't they talk about that or something?
I don't know. I remember from the broadcast the other night that, I learned Blue Origin means Earth.
The Earth.
Which, which is kind of cool.
I mean,
but I don't remember.
Glenn, duh. We know that. But.
Right. I don't know about the feather. Maybe I'll look that up while we're waiting here. So we're at T-minus 11 minutes, 56 seconds.
Hey. Suspense is killing me.
I know.
By the way, if you missed the live stream today, here was our meme of the day. Anyway, let you know.
Okay, so according to the internet, quote unquote, the feather logo of Blue Origin represents the perfection of flight, freedom, exploration, mobility, and progress. The feather is a symbol of flight, which has been a human fascination for thousands of years.
All right, makes sense.
So yeah, makes sense. All right, baby, let's light this. Let's see, we got another comment here. So from Neil Damsel, finally able to make it to a live ramp check stream. Morning from East Coast of the UK.
Nice.
Good morning, Neil. Thanks for jumping on.
Appreciate it very much.
We're just about to go to bed. We're hoping that we get the go no go calls here and go below 10 minutes.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Did we make it below 10 minutes the other night?
No.
We didn't, did we?
No,
we
didn't.
Down to single digits. So, let's
see. In 5 seconds, it'll be a milestone versus the other night.
I feel like we're counting down to Happy New Year.
Okay. Things are looking good.
Alrighty. That's good. It's a good sign.
Please set up Blair.
Please set up.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. We are at T-minus 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go until launch.
I don't know.
We are awaiting here the go, no go poll for New Glenn's first launch to space. Now, at this point, we're going to throw it over to launch control. They're going to go around the room and see if we are ready to go to space.
We never made it this far last time.
That upstairs, we have our launch control and our mission control room. In the mission control room, we have the team that is managing our Blue Ring Pathfinder payload this evening. As we mentioned on the last webcast, I'm particularly proud of our Blue Ring team. It's the team that I help lead here at Blue Origin. They have been working very hard on this payload, and they are ready that as soon as the second stage separates from the first stage, the fairings will deploy, and it is heading out to MEO, to Middle Earth orbit, where it is going to remain up there orbiting the Earth for about 6 to 8 hours or so, collecting various data, checking all of the various systems, primarily telecom systems there. You see?
I don't know if we're going to stay on that long, just saying.
Go pending L minus 10 actions.
Hey.
In work.
Let's hear
Roger,
it.
report when those are complete. Recovery. Go. PLI.
Go.
LSO. Go.
Okie dokie.
OSM.
Go.
Sorry.
RC. Go. ESR. Go. AC. Go. And BMD.
Go.
LD is go as well. All stations LD on count 1 with the terminal count. Briefing all personnel remain in current positions until launch. Maintain operational silence in the control room. All controllers move to count 1 for launch. If a constraint is observed between now and launch, commit. Announce hold on count 1. briefly state reason. OSM LD set hold fire switch to launch position.
All right.
Listen to that.
We're
That's a
getting
good
somewhere.
sign.
Launch.
And LD is in launch. Guido, verify, abort, request, flag, false.
Abort request is false.
Roger.
All right. Good signs. We never got this far the other night.
No, we did not.
Launch. This is our first flight, and obviously we've prepared rigorously for it. But no amount of ground testing or mission simulation is a replacement for flying this rocket. Our key objective today is to reach orbit safely. Anything beyond that is a bonus. And believe me, we are nothing if not persistent. Now we're getting very, very close here. T-minus 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go until launch. Our terminal count is beginning in just a few minutes. You just heard it right there. We are go for launch this evening.
A little nervous.
One important aspect
No, right?
of our rocket that we haven't really touched on today. Our New Glenn rocket is called New Glenn. It is named after an American hero, John Glenn, the first American to orbit Earth, circling it 3 times in 1962.
He also served as a U.S. Senator for more than 2 decades in the state of Ohio. And then amazingly, Senator Glenn flew to space again in 1998 at the age of 77 on board the Space Shuttle Discovery STS-95 mission.
That's
This
pretty
gentleman led
amazing.
an incredible
That is.
life. He died in 2016 at the age of 95. But shortly before he died, our founder, Jeff Bezos, was able to connect with the senator and tell him that we hope that he'd be willing to lend his name to Blue's first orbital rocket. And we have here a copy of the letter that he sent back. You can see it is really meaningful to us. Just a moment, let me read you a couple of words. When I first orbited the Earth in 1962, you were still 2 years from being born. And when I returned to space in 1998, Blue Origin was still 2 years in the future. But you were already driven by a vision of space travel accessible not only to highly trained pilots, engineers, and scientists, but to all of us. I'm deeply touched that you've named the second generation of those rockets New Glenn. As the original Glenn, I can tell you, I see the day coming when people will board spacecraft the same way millions of us now board jetliners. When that happens, it will be largely because of your epic achievements this year.
I get goosebumps every time. You know, he's the first American to orbit Earth.
hard
And
work.
I've seen that letter hanging in our headquarters building in Kent.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's one of our treasured artifacts.
Yeah, T. Campbell, real quick. I have something to contribute. I watched John Glenn go up the last time in the shuttle with my son when he was a little tyke at the time.
Oh.
We're about 8 miles away, and it was incredible.
Bet
That's
it-
awesome.
What an awesome experience, especially to share it with your son.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's
Hey, brother,
amazing.
we're inside, almost inside 4 minutes.
Whew. All right. Let's hope everything works, man.
Definitely.
Get nervous and we're not even a part of the company. We're not,
T-minus 4 minutes
it's
and
just-
counting.
we just
Terminal
love
count active.
aerospace and wow.
Yep.
All right.
Taking timer started.
I'm gonna shut up now and we'll just listen to the final
Hey, yeah,
few
let's
minutes.
sit back and enjoy and let's light
Yes.
this candle.
EF facing pins disengaged. T-minus 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Upending system armed. Magic charge initiated.
Our team is now securing all the commodities to our first stage and our second stage. They're also going to be draining and purging all the umbilicals that are supplied to New Glenn.
T-minus 3 minutes.
Exciting.
GS2 hydraulic secured. Magic charging complete. T-minus 230. GS1 pre-press start.
We are now pressurizing the tanks to their flight pressures. Of course, this is crucial for the performance of our engines. Getting ready for launch.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Here we go.
We're now going to be switching off the ground power supply and transitioning New Glenn to its internal vehicle batteries. When this happens, the vehicle is now powering itself. Let's do this, New Glenn.
Internal power. Barring something crazy, this baby's launching.
What was that?
I said, barring something crazy, this thing's launching. It's on internal power, ready to go.
There it is. New Glenn is alive.
Wow.
T-minus 60 seconds. Range green. AFSS flight enabled.
Wow. You hear the pad alert?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Seconds.
APU's running. T-minus 30 seconds. GS1 at flight level.
Let's do this.
GS2 at flight level.
Deluge.
Water start.
That's a big water command. There's the water deluge. Here we go, New Glenn.
It's time to do this. Let's light this candle.
Autopilot enabled. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1. Lift off.
There it goes.
Come on, baby.
All 7 engines at full thrust. Chamber pressures are good. Vehicles cleared the tower. Now passing 18 seconds into flight.
Dang.
Wow.
Is it just me, or does it really
Engine
go
chamber
slow off that
pressures look
pad?
good.
I was going to say
27 seconds in.
pretty
Vehicles
slow. Though it's already
now
at
begun
128
pitch roll
miles
to
per
point
hour.
downrange. Body rate responses are nominal. Chamber pressures continue to
Wow,
look
that's
good.
a
Now
cool
40
looking
seconds into
shot.
flight.
Oh, yes, it is.
Look at those 7 shock diamonds.
End of roll. Strakes now level. Chamber pressures continue to look good. 50 seconds in. Data quality looks good coming down from the vehicle. Chamber pressures continue to look nominal. 1 minute into flight.
Damn, it's already at 13,000 feet.
All 7 engines continue to look good on the first stage. Data quality is good coming down from the vehicle. Body rate responses are nominal. 1 minute 15 seconds into flight.
As we build a road to space for the benefit of
Coming
Earth.
up to max Q, max pressure.
A little bit of clouds.
Continue to perform well. Now passing 1 minute 30 seconds into flight. Passing Mach 1. New Glenn is now supersonic.
Wow. I wonder if that's the WB-57 footage.
Max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. Body rate responses are nominal throughout the boost phase. Data quality continues to look good. Chamber pressure is looking good. All 7
pass
engines.
through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. The toughest part of the flight on that vehicle. We have
now passing 2 minutes into flight.
And New Glenn continues
Chamber pressures
its
continue to look
ascent
good
to
on all
space.
7 B4 engines.
All right.
Acceleration profile.
Go
look
New
good. Body
Glenn.
rates look good.
All 7
1 minute
engines
to
still
Miko.
good. Main engine cutoff coming up.
Damn, it's already up to 100,000 feet.
Good hell.
B3U OS2 chill-in started. The E4s continue to perform well throughout the boost phase.
Oh, there's the WB-57 footage. That's got to be it.
Trajectory is nominal.
Wow.
2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Now, one thing, unfortunately, we don't have the
And here we
luxury
are
of.
coming up
Chamber
on
pressures on all
Nico.
7
Main engine cut off. Let's stand by for that.
Continue to look good.
Is we don't have the onboard cameras.
Oh, here we go.
Stage 2,
Okay,
RCS
action we shall
priming.
receive.
Spoke too soon.
Now passing 3 minutes. And we have Miko. We have stage set.
Okay. You see. Oh, I wish we could see the separation. Dang it!
I know.
And we have ignition on both BE3Us. Chamber pressure is good.
Wow. Good for them. Congrats.
Nice. Oh, so there's the second stage right there.
Okay.
Now passing 3 minutes, 40 seconds into flight. Body rates look good. Data quality coming down from both stages. Looks good.
All right, let's watch the fairing jettison go by.
Pitch up maneuver. Body rate response is nominal. B3U chamber pressure continues to look good. We have good payload fairing jettison.
All right.
Separation confirmed of the two stages.
Tank pressures are within their limits.
Stage 2 is now continuing its launch and flight up into
Now
MEO.
passing 4 minutes, 20 seconds into flight.
Our booster is going to try to make a landing.
Less than 3 minutes
You
now
see
remaining.
the landing target out there in the ocean. We are going to land on the Jacqueline, the landing ship that is awaiting this beautiful booster to make a landing.
GS2 bottles look good. Trajectory looks good on both stages.
Well, SpaceX set
4
the bar
minutes, 50
pretty
seconds into
high,
flight.
having Starlink and the live video throughout the flight. So that's the one key thing that I'm missing on this. This is still really exciting.
Yeah. It would be nice to have the video continuously.
Mm-hmm.
Now passing 5 minutes, 10 seconds into flight.
Well, good for them, man. They
Thrust on both BE3Us continues to look good.
So they're not
5 minutes,
technically
20
in
seconds
orbit yet, but they're
Right.
on
Now
their
we're
way,
into
right?
GS1 engine ignition.
Thank you again, everybody, for
GS1
joining
has
us for
reached
New
depth.
Glenn's first launch to space so far. 5 minutes and 30 seconds into launch.
Let's see. I'm going to move our windows over here
A clean
just
separation
for a sec
of
so we
stage
can
1
see
from
stage 2.
Stage 1, our booster. We are looking
Telemetry.
to land it on our landing ship, Jacqueline. There you see its targeted landing spot where the feather is there. And stage 2, carrying the Pathfinder for Blue Ring, will continue its mission up towards MEO orbit, where we will be collecting data for 6 hours. But let's continue to watch here as the two vehicles continue on their way.
Good, both BE3Us.
So Starship has not been in orbit yet.
Confirmed GS1 engine chill active.
Or has it been?
Correct. It's been up in space, but it has
1 minute
not
now
orbited.
remaining to
Yeah, exactly.
Exo-atmospheric engine ignition. 6 minutes, 30 seconds into flight.
So coming up here, we're going to see the middle of the 3 7BE4
Body
engines
rates
on the
GS1
booster
and
light
GS2 look
up.
good. Chamber pressures on both BE3Us.
This is going to
continue look good
slow
throughout
the
burn.
vehicle down, and then as the vehicle gets closer to the landing ship, the Jacqueline, the 2 outer of the 3 middle engines will shut off, and just 1 in the center will remain to help slow as well as guide the vehicle back to the landing ship. As you've also seen on the booster vehicle, we have the steering fins at the top of the booster, as well as the strakes, which act essentially as wings. This vehicle is flying back to the Jacqueline, providing lift to come in for a nice, soft, and vertical landing onto the landing ship, the Jacqueline.
It's amazing to me how quickly
Chamber
the
pressures on
booster
both
lands
V3Us.
after the reentry burn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's falling like a rock at,
All 3 engines relight confirmed.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yep.
Body rates look good on GS2.
Okay, here's some video.
Video of the burn, nice.
About 7 minutes, 45 seconds in.
I mean, this thing is dropping like a rock at 4,200 miles per hour.
Yeah, they're losing some telemetry data though.
Telemetry, that's not a good sign.
Seeing good MR response on the V3U engines. Seeing good throttle profile.
Okay, all right.
Chamber pressures continue to look good throughout the burn.
Okay.
8 minutes, 20 seconds into flight.
So it must just be the streaming telemetry.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to hear.
Progress is
GS2
kind of
tank
stuck.
pressures staying within their acceptable limits. Body rate responses look good. Chamber pressures look good throughout the burn. 8 minutes, 40 seconds in.
All right. Gosh, we're so used to Falcon 9 video footage on the drone ships. I hope they have something like that.
Notice the progress bar is
Now
stuck.
passing 9 minutes into flight.
The reentry burn.
Yeah.
Continue to see data from both stages.
We don't.
I know. Well, at least we're getting the call out from Mission Control.
Yes. Thank you for keeping us posted. Well, it's like we were saying earlier, the space race has begun, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It really has.
GS2 data quality continues to look good throughout the burn. Chamber pressures, both engines staying very close to each other. GS2 trajectory is nominal.
Come on, update telemetry on stage 1.
Less than 3 minutes now remaining in the GS2 burn.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Wow, what a moment so far. We obviously have some frozen data here on our stage 1, on our booster. We're still waiting to understand what the situation is with the booster. Meanwhile, our second stage, GS2, continues
10 minutes, 20 seconds into
its
flight.
ascent, as well as its climb towards MEO, which is where it is headed this evening. We are still waiting.
You see good throttle response
Again,
on both
our
V3U engines.
our primary objective, getting to orbit safely. Let's stand by here.
They haven't been calling out any stage 1 information.
They
so
haven't. Sounds
I
like
don't know.
Tank pressure staying within acceptable limits. Bottle pressures look good. Data quality continues to look good throughout the GS2 burn.
Yeah, they've stopped talking about stage 1, so that's a rough sign.
$11 minutes, 10 seconds into flight.
But again,
GS2 is now 1,700 kilometers downrange, traveling at 6.7 kilometers per second.
6.7 kilometers per second.
That's crazy.
Going kind of fast. But, I mean, this is the very first launch
Data
of
looks
this
good coming down from Cedrus.
rocket, this booster. You know, I mean, it would have been great if they could have landed it the first stage, but, you know.
Yeah, but when they stop talking about it, that's never a good sign.
Right.
Both BE3Us continue to look good, tracking nicely in chamber pressure. Body rate responses are stable. 12 minutes, 10 seconds into flight.
Come on, say something about stage 1.
Yes.
Come on now.
We have IAP vanish. GS2 is now orbital.
All right. They achieved orbit.
Okay, so the telemetry just updated. Booster touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
12 minutes, 53 seconds in the flight. And we have engine cut off.
All right. There you go.
Nicely done. They made it to orbit.
Body rates look good following engine cutoff.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Seco, we cut off the engines on the second stage. What does that mean? That means that we hit our key, critical, #1 objective. We got to orbit safely. Congratulations, Blue Origin. Y'all have
Yeah, good job.
Definitely.
What a day. We see our teams down in Huntsville, our teams in Kent. I know the team out at Cart Park down here in Florida, they are all losing their minds. Congratulations, everybody. What a day. We are in space. We've got our Blue Ring Pathfinder ready to warm up, ready to start drawing in all of that great information. What a day. We're going to go to Cart Park here. We have Eddie Seifert.
14 minutes, 10 seconds in the flight.
Hey, Ariane, we are so happy to be here at Rocket Park, our orbital launch site. This team is so proud that we got to orbit. What an incredible rumble from the B4 engines. This was such an experience to live together, to be a part of this community.
Amazing. You can feel the energy. What a fantastic day. Thank you, Eddie. To the whole team, again, congratulations on getting to orbit. Now, I know all of you are tuning in. We're still trying to get all of the data here. We seem to have lost telemetry on the first stage, on the booster. We very well may have lost the booster. We are still coming in with all of the information. I want to make sure that we get you the right information. But nonetheless,
AKA
the
they
main
lost the
objective
booster.
that we were going for this evening is that we hit orbit. And now I do have confirmation that we did in fact lose the booster.
Yeah.
You can see from the map there how close physically the booster got to making its landing. Of course, we'll have all of the information on what exactly happened with the booster in the last moments. As you did hear, we did have the booster relight the 3 middle engines, which is what we were looking for. So things we know were good up until that point. But we just need to go through the data. And of course, after the show, on all of our social media channels, we are going to have more information on those details. But key here, we hit our main objective.
That's
we got
okay.
to
You know,
orbit safely.
Absolutely.
Let's go up to
it took
mission control and launch
SpaceX
control.
a long time to launch.
Maggie, what's going on upstairs right
to
now?
hit the
I thought our team
landings.
is pretty excited.
The fives, Ariane, they were high. The bumps were fisted. It was, oh my gosh, it was electric. I've got these people here. They're still working. They've been standing up. They've been sitting down. The folks behind me are celebrating. It is a good night here up in Mission Control. Obviously, you know, as you mentioned, lost a booster, but there is
He's gonna look back
lot
on
of
this
work
video and
going
go,
on.
"Oh,
We've got these guys in Mission
I
Control,
really
guys
say
and
that."
gals in Mission Control, ready to keep watching our second stage, see if that Blue Ring Pathfinder can continue on its mission. And, you know, the work's going to continue for quite a while tonight, Ariane.
That's right. That's right. My team, our in-space systems team, their job basically has just started, right? They're going to get that Blue Ring Pathfinder going. Maggie, can I ask you, we felt it down here in the studio. What was that rumble like as New Glenn was taking off?
It was hard to describe. It was the rumble, the railings shook, but also
Cool.
it was so bright, Ariane. That whitish blue light out there was just impossible to take our eyes off of.
I think we'll bring it down here. Congratulations to Blue Origin. That was awesome to see. You know, couple. Let's go to our X feed and let's see what people are saying. There's probably some. So liftoff, New Glenn beginning its first ever ascent towards the stars. That was 17 minutes ago.
Nice.
Let's see. Space suitor. I can't believe it didn't cry to feeling normal orbital insertion. It's a mess. I love rockets. This is cool. Oh wow, look at that shot. Beautiful. That's awesome. What a cool shot. All right, let's see what else we got. Who's that from? Max Evans. Very cool. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's another pretty shot.
Cool shot. That's cool with the beach here and the boat and Blue Origin's New Glenn. Very cool. John Pisani. Very cool. Congrats, Blue Origin. See John Crop. Nice. Got an F-35 there. Let's see what else we got. More airplanes, F-35s, F-14s.
Yeah, there's
that. Beautiful. That is a hell of a shot.
Yep, screen capture. It looks like.
Yeah, that's beautiful from the stream. That was cool.
So I am curious.
Diapers. Alex Jones without a shirt on.
Oh,
you're curious as to what?
I am curious how the media is going to treat this, as far as my prediction, since Jeff Bezos and not Elon Musk, it's going to be nothing but success. There might be a little tiny blurb at the bottom of an article saying that they did in fact lose the booster, but it's nothing but and they deserve kudos. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
but anyway.
It took SpaceX years to get the landing technique down just right.
And now everybody else is doing it because they proved that it can be done.
Yeah.
Which is really
and exactly. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired now. I'm getting tired now, brother. Hey, for those of you watching on X and YouTube, we appreciate it. If you remember, give us a follow on X. We'd appreciate that. And then on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate everyone and their support. And it is getting late for us. It's just after midnight here for us. And, we're a couple old men. Just kidding. But
right.
Anyway, this is what we love to do. We love to stream events like this. Congrats to Blue Origin again.
Yes, and barring any unforeseen circumstances, I think we're going to definitely make a huge effort for Starship Flight Test 7 tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
So keep an eye out on your alerts. In fact, if you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, hit the alert bell, you'll know when we decide if we're going to jump on or not.
Yeah. Same with X. Yep. You can hit the notification alert bell on there too. And anytime we go live, we try to live stream at least once a week. We cover anything and everything aviation and aerospace. So thanks for watching.
It's our second stream tonight. I'm going to bed, brother.
I know. Me too.
All right. You want me to end the stream when we're done?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Hey, don't forget, really quick, go to our Ramp Swag store. All hats, t-shirts, hoodies, everything. Rampcheckglobal.com. That'll take you right there to our Ramp Swag store. Check it out. Got some cool stuff in there. We'd love to have you take a look at it. So, and once again, thank you everybody for watching tonight. I'm Tony.
And there's a QR code for the Ramp Swag store if you're watching on a device other than your phone. But I'm Aaron. Have a good night.
Okay, see you guys. Thanks for watching.
All right.